The quality of the grape is crucial. You need to know how to look after it from the very beginning. That's why the grapes are picked by hand. Even though we still maintain traditional procedures, we have always been committed to innovation, and that is something that has characterized Marqués de Riscal since the beginning. Our winery has been a pioneering company in many ways. We were the first in Rioja to make a commitment to quality wine, and the first winery in Rioja to incorporate the Bordeaux method of wine production. We were also the prime movers in the setting up of the Rueda denomination of origin. Marqués de Riscal has continuously been moving forward, and that is something that we want to maintain. In 1895, we obtained very important recognition with the Diploma of Honor from the Bordeaux Universal Exhibition, which was unprecedented because until then no Spanish winery had ever obtained this diploma of recognized international prestige. But the greatest satisfaction is seeing people enjoy our wines, people who really know how to appreciate them. Marqués de Riscal wine has a special magic. People say that Don Camilo Hurtado de Amézaga, the Marqués of Riscal and founder of the winery, always liked wines aged in both wood and bottle and with good aging potential. I feel the same fascination. A wine is something that has a history, but even with the passing of the years, it's still possible to enjoy it as the first day. We make wine in such a way that people, wherever they are, anywhere in the world, can feel that emotion. Marqués de Riscal has a constant commitment to quality, which is reflected these days throughout its entire range of products. There are reservas which are basically produced from grapes that come from the Tempranillo vine, the mythical Barón de Chirel that was born from an experiment using vines that are over 40 years old, and this, along with other Grandes Reservas, are produced from our estate vineyards in true chateau style. Also, we produce a very delicate and fresh rosé wine, and of course our white wines, the Rueda Verdejo and the Sauvignon Blanc, that have set new trends as young, fruity wines with a fresh character. Nor should we forget our Limousin Reserva, which is barrel fermented and has been aged for 6 months and is produced from old Verdejo vines. The operation we are about to carry out is called disgorgement, and really what this allows us to do is open very old bottles of wines that have been in the bottle cellar for many years without being uncorked. We will try to break the neck of the bottle by applying just a bit of heat with these tongs and then giving it just a little touch of cold water, so that with the sudden contrast in temperature, the glass will break. We've applied the cold water to the bottle, and now it's open. The philosophy behind Marqués de Riscal is innovation and tradition, something which everybody recognizes us for. As the oldest wine cellar in the Rioja region, Marqués de Riscal has maintained its exporting mentality in recent years. We have boosted the sale of our wines in every continent, and we are currently present in 75 markets. Our exports are totally diversified, so that in the Far East we are leaders in the Reserva category, in Japan and China, and soon we will begin in India. In Europe we export to practically every country. On the American continent we sell our products from Canada right down to Chile. In Australasia we sell in Australia and will soon be in New Zealand. On the domestic market, which is our #1 market, we continue to increase our sales with a high level in both the retail trade and in restaurants. Finally, I should mention that the incorporation of our Riscal 1860 wine, originating from our Toro vineyards, is proving a huge success. Historically in the wineries, there had always been a certain amount of secrecy with respect to how wines are produced. With time, such behavior has changed in favor of a policy of openness and communication about how the different cellars operate. Marqués de Riscal pioneered the drive for knowledge about wine culture and in opening its doors at that time to its faithful consumers. Therefore, the future of the company had to be one of a shared wine culture, and in Marqués de Riscal, we decided to take that big step. We have always been totally committed to innovation and quality, and an example of this is that in Rioja Alavesa, we were the first to obtain the ISO 14000 certification for quality and the environment. Continuing that philosophy, we realized that before us we had a unique opportunity to demonstrate that tradition and innovation can coexist perfectly, and that is our goal. We had to take full advantage of everything, the splendid landscape of El Ciego, the possibility of strolling among buildings from 3 different centuries, and in addition the towns in the region have a unique beauty with 15th and 16th century buildings. A good example is the Church of El Ciego, with a concave altarpiece of great historical value. In this area people live by and for wine, so anything directed at the transmission of its excellence is always a tremendous benefit. We have put a lot of enthusiasm into the Project 2000 because it represents a bridge between the 19th and 21st centuries, the perfect union between tradition and innovation, something that has characterized Marqués de Riscal from the outset. We could say that the project clearly consists of 2 parts, the updating of the production capacity and a revamping of our image. At the heart of this process of renewal we find the City of Wine, which is our star project. A whole world of sensations created for the benefit of wine lovers. In order to guarantee the maximum quality that we offer our visitors, we are able to exploit the experience gained from working with the best partners. The international Starwood hotel chain under its luxury collection brand. The chef Francis Paniego of the Echaurren restaurant, the first restaurant in Rioja to be awarded a Michelin star. And finally, Caudali, the French company that created the wine therapy concept. By far the most representative example of the innovative spirit of Marqués de Riscal is, without a doubt, this building designed by Frank Gehry. Gehry, with his spectacular buildings, is able to transmit emotions, and this is indeed the world of Marqués de Riscal, the world of wine, a world of sensations in which the essential characters are aroma and taste. The building complements us, enriching the emotion of the view. It is inspired by the colors of Marqués de Riscal, the red of the red wine, the gold of the wire netting, so characteristic of our bottles, and the silver of the capsules on the bottle. Sometimes it's hard for something that you imagine to be completed with such faithful results, but thanks to Frank Gehry we have obtained the 21st century chateau we needed for our century-old cellars. A construction designed with the most modern technology, in perfect harmony with the old constructions of the winery, blending with the surrounding vineyards to give even more emphasis to its spectacular contours.
It had to be something that felt comfortable with the terrain, with the vineyards, with the El Ciego, the city, and the cathedral. And it had to be festive, it had to be something exciting, it had to be, because after all, wine is about joy and pleasure, and so this building had to be evocative of those kind of things.
We are entering a new and prosperous phase for Marqués de Riscal, the era of vivid sensations, inexplicable sensations that come to the fore when we approach the culture of wine. An impression that stays in the memory, a unique experience. That's why, as in all celebrations, we would like to propose a toast. What better way to do so than with this special Gehry selection wine that we have prepared for the occasion. To tradition and innovation, and to the sharing of the vivid sensations of Marqués de Riscal, for many years to come.